When I first came on board, it was just Arney and Larry. I've been a third wheel ever since. No, don't put that in there. I first started working here my senior year in high school. I was doing the math the other day, and I'm now actually older than Arney was when he hired me. Over the years, I've been here for all sorts of growth. Our square footage has more than doubled, our sales staff has tripled, and our sales have increased tenfold. I remember Arney being excited and proud to have a fax machine. Our payroll was actually kept on books, and our bookkeeper had one of those chunky calculators that printed out on a piece of paper. And to run credit cards, we actually had to press to obtain a carbon copy of the card. Like many others here, whenever I first came, I was a little rough around the edges, and Arney played a fundamental part in redirecting my life and introducing me to my wife. Arney saw my potential, and he took the time to teach me an awesome trade to give me an excellent outlet for my creativity.
So I've known Arney since I was literally a little kid, probably late elementary school, but I worked with Arney for a little over 4 years. Arney, when I left a long-time career and didn't know exactly what I was going to do next, Arney gave me a chance to work here, which I absolutely loved. I still occasionally dream that I'm working here. I don't know many folks in the Hickson area that don't know Arney. So he's left a legacy not only from a business, but from church perspective and just his impact on people. I don't know anyone that knows Arney that doesn't love Arney. And so that's an impact that he's left, and he's definitely left that impact on me and my family.
This year makes 10 years here at Arney's. Originally, Arney hired me as a 16-year-old shop boy. Come in, sweep the floors, sort diamonds, things like that. And slowly I progressed throughout the years. I started actually from the bottom, the actual bottom, worked my way up through the years. All the way to doing castings, bench jeweler, helping customers and things like that. One of my favorite parts about being here is the impact that Arney's had on the community. The community so much looks towards Arney. I hear all the time, I meet a ton of people out and about. Church, being here, friends, the gym, things like that. I constantly meet people all over that have been able to connect with Arney. And that's one of my favorite parts, and also what he meant to us here at the shop. So for here at the shop, Arney was very much a person that we could look up to as a Christian, as a man, as things like that. And that's how he's personally helped me in my life, is being able to look towards him and the examples that he's set, not just for me, but everybody in the community as well. And so one thing I really hold very close to me is the appreciation that he's able to have for me, and the appreciation that I'm able to have for him, that he was able to hire me at such a young age, take a chance on me, really mentor me through life, and I'm forever grateful for that.
So my earliest memories of Arney are actually of him on a cross. I was like 4, 5 years old, and I remember learning who was that man portraying Jesus in our church's Easter musical, and it was Arney. I really think that was very appropriate, because over the years, if I had a short list of the godliest men that I know, Arney would definitely be on it. He really embodied the principle of loving your neighbor as yourself. He's always striving to be kind to others, to help them, to be hospitable. If I had told him, I don't have enough money to pay a bill or something like that, he would have figured out a way to make it happen. I could thank him for a lot of things, but I'm just grateful to have gotten to know him as a person, to be able to be around him and not only learn the things I did to help me as a professional, but just many, many, many things about what it means to be a godly man, to love your wife, to love your children, to love others. Those experiences are invaluable. Choosing like the funniest Arney story is almost like picking the best diamond in the shop. It's really hard. There's a lot of good ones.
Most of us silence unknown callers, or we hang up as soon as we know someone's a telemarketer. That was not Arney's way. One day someone called and he answered the phone, and he said, "Are you wanting to speak with Arnold Sr. or Arnold Jr.?" And of course they said, "Oh, Sr." And he said, "I'm sorry, he passed away a year ago," and hung up the phone. We all started laughing.
So like I said, we had lots of fun here, but one thing, the big tree out back that would always drop the walnuts, and Arnie asked Drew and I to get a 5-gallon bucket and go out and start picking up walnuts. And I get crowned right in the top of the head with a walnut, and I thought either Drew did it or Arnie did it. Everybody thought it was funny except for me. I was under attack from walnuts and hid under the house, but I blame Arnie for that because he asked me to pick up walnuts.
And one of the funny stories I've got is I didn't find out until actually last year I wasn't even meant to be a Jewer.
Move it, garbage boy! You are cooking! How dare you!
As we all know, Arnie is a tender, affectionate man, very in touch with his feelings, very warm and gentle. And I've got some of the affectionate terms that he would refer to me to. The first one was dork, silly goober, and oh yes, he would tell me, "Jeremy, you're special to us, like Special Olympics." He would tell me quite frequently, "I love you, warts and all." But yeah, oh, and there was this one story one time, this is actually a story Arnie told me, had to do with him and his dad when they were back in his basement. And if any of y'all know Arnold, he was never serious. I don't think I ever saw him be serious for 1 second. But one day back in their shop, there was apparently a young man who wandered in. I don't know if he was doing a delivery or something like that. I think he was like a teenager or something like that. And he apparently didn't know what earlobes were. So Arnold realized that, and he just informed the young man, "Oh yeah, you definitely got earlobes," which concerned the young man since he didn't know what they were. And Arnold told him that there was only one thing you could do for earlobes: paint them red. So they proceeded to paint this poor, unwitting young man's ears red and sent him on his merry way, thinking that he had the cure for his earlobes. Later on, the boy's mother called, and you would think she might have been upset, but she actually thought it was hilarious. I just thought of another one. There was this one week, it was within a week before Christmas, very close to Christmas, very busy, very hectic. And I'm pretty sure at the time it was just Arnie, Larry, and I. And Larry was just going to work a half day that day. Arnie hadn't arrived yet. Larry comes in, and Larry had to go do something for like 5 minutes, and then he was coming back. And he got the idea to get me to tell Arnie when he arrived, "Oh yeah, Larry, he just decided he's not coming in today at all." So Larry leaves, Arnie gets there, and I told Arnie, "Yep, Larry just decided he's not going to come in today." And it took me about 10 seconds to tell Arnie I was just kidding.
Hello, Arnie. Congratulations. You know, they say behind every great man is a great woman. I say that because Sheila was the one that found me. As you have pointed out, that she will never let you forget, and I am eternally grateful to her and you. Learning from you over the last 5 years has been life-changing, and in the first, I think my first week, I was asking a question about something, and I did it, and you were like, "Great," you know, and I was like, "Well, I'm trying." He's like, "Well, I think I'm hoping you're gonna be my replacement." Well, no truer words had ever been spoken. At the time, I thought it was just in jest, as I'm just the new guy, and here I am. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. You have been a inspiration, a pillar to lean on over this last 5 years. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and congrats.
Yeah, I've worked for Arnie for just over 10 years. Arnie really gave me the opportunity to learn a trade, and that really just changed my life for the better, changed what I could do to provide for my family. It was a great opportunity. I'll definitely remember about Arnie. He cared a lot about me as a young man, as a husband, as a father. We definitely talked. we talked a lot about business and jewelry, and I learned everything that there is to learn here from him. But he cared about me as a man. He wanted me to be better for those around me. My time with Arney has made me better at a lot of different things in life. He wanted to make sure that I knew that my time with my wife, my kids, my church, all that was more important than work. And when 5 o'clock came, it was time to go home and deal with those things. And I'd like to say thank you for being a mentor to me in all the areas of my life, and giving me the opportunity to make something out of myself when I showed up here with nothing to offer you but potential. Thank you.
Arney was always fearful of change. We never advertised, and to him, growth just meant more responsibility. So he always shied away from it. I remember having a kitchen conversation with him once saying, Arney, just let the business grow, surround yourself with good people, and good things will happen. So he took that leap of faith, and I truly hope and pray that when he looks back on it, he'll say it is good.
Arney, again, thank you for giving me an opportunity to work here when I didn't know what I was going to do next. And just for all the memories, obviously memories here, but all the years with church and church camp and all the fun times we had, and just for what you and your family mean to my family, we love you very much.
So starting out, I don't think I was Arney's most favorite employee. From wearing his apron shirtless, or breaking his favorite wax tool of almost 30 years. I don't think I was his most favorite at the time, but the good news is I think I'm his most favorite employee now, because he's able to wheel me his bench and chair. So now I can sit in those all day.